You know, Ant, how I love talking about all things AI, and I like talking about all things AI from a very different perspective than you do. Sometimes I like to talk about how it will kill us all in the end. Other times I like to talk about how it's so stupid it doesn't know who the president is right now. But, Ant, the seismic news has finally hit. ChatGPT will soon allow, quote, erotica, unquote, for adults in a major policy shift.
No way. I see AI news all the time. I haven't seen that.
It's everywhere today. Fresh
Now,
off the digital press.
I have to hold this up now as an example, and I'm neither endorsing it nor condemning it.
Are you sure you want to hold something up in this discussion
of competition?
Oh, so you're not going to hold something up physically. You're going to just
stop it. Why?
I can't.
Why?
Because it's hilarious.
Because there are other AIs whose market niche is this. The one that comes to mind is Venice. And their big thing is, look, you can say anything you want to the AI. We're not going to censor you. In fact, I've had to use Venice on occasion when I was asking some, what was I doing? No, I was making a slide for a presentation. And I wanted Bill Gates there doing something, trading stocks or whatever the slide was. And ChatGPT refused to make it. Because this is a public person, I'm not going to make a picture involving this. I had to go to some other AI to do this. But what's happening here is ChatGPT, largely, I would believe, because of their lackluster rollout of 5.0, are seeing their market share, although they are the number one, but I'm sure they're seeing their market share slip. And they're looking to gain back. This is the way to do it.
It remains to be seen what erotica for adults actually means. I mean, at the very least, it's going to be dirty talk with an AI, right? People typing nonsense back and forth. Now, why this is exciting to anyone, I will literally never understand. Why not just go talk to your refrigerator? It's the same damn thing. But... laugh all you want. You know I'm right. Come on. But it's not going to be long before people become directors of their own AI pornographic movies.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to happen almost immediately.
Well, there's already clips. I'm regularly seeing clips on Facebook that are AI generated. And the only way I know they're AI generated is because it's a ridiculous thing that I'm seeing. But it looks legitimate.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I get taken by them sometimes. I look at it and I say, "Oh my God!"
Right,
and then I have to sit back and say, "No, that's not right." And then you realize that guy had an extra finger, or he ran right through a flower pot. Right, there are these giveaways. But we have an interesting question, a series of interesting questions that we're going to have to answer. When you can make pornography to order, it's going to get weirder and weirder and weirder. And the typical niceties that occur between human beings in this kind of section of human relationships are going to be wholly absent. And for all the people who say that pornography, traditional pornography, God, there's a term I didn't think I was ever going to use, but traditional pornography has made us a more coarse society, or somehow less refined as human beings than we might have otherwise been.
Right. By
taking the interaction, the human interaction out of this one thing. You best buckle up, because if you think that was bad, wait until you see what comes next. And it's going to be a problem.
Well, there's going to be some weirdness that goes on as well. ChatGPT has a memory function so that you can come back to it, and even if it's a new chat that you're dealing with, it will remember stuff. Yeah. So, we're going to end up in a situation where somebody logs on at the office to ask, what's the stock exchange doing? And the thing starts coming onto them because it has a memory of that.
Well, and then there's going to be another batch of problems that became a problem. This sort of problem became a problem when our lives became almost fully digitalized, right, in the kind of early 2000s. And I used to tell young people at the time when I was teaching in colleges, be very careful about what photographs and videos you put online. Mm-hmm. Be very, very careful, because potential employers will see them. Mm-hmm. What happens when there's a data leak from ChatGPT and we get to see the twisted things that people are creating? And what happens when they run for Congress or become CEO of a company or become a nominee for the Supreme Court, right? But we're going to have to examine all of this, and it's going to be a disaster.
To people who would point to this and say this is one more example of the decline of civilization, I remind you that pornography is historically the first application of any new tech, going all the way back to painting on the sides of cave walls.
And if you don't want to call that technology, I believe the first film ever made, or the second, was pornographic.
Oh, yeah, the printing press right after the Gutenberg Bible, possibly right before it, was pornography.
So, yeah, I wrote on this a long, long time ago. Porn drives every technological innovation that we've had, one way or another. And as a matter of fact, you can make a very good case that the internet didn't proliferate without it.
Yeah, the internet, well, even going back to, I was a kid at the time, but video stores. Before video stores like Blockbuster became a thing, there were the sleazy video stores.
That's right.
Where you got porn.
Or the mom and pop video store that had that Greg Brady stream of buttons and doodads keeping kids from looking in, but you could walk right into that magical back room where they had all the filthy things.
Right.
And, this is going to be very, very interesting, because I don't think anybody would say that our technological advance hasn't made us coarser. It has. It's made us less humane in many, many ways. And this will accelerate that to some degree. Now, whether it's a flash in the pan or it just keeps right on going, who knows? But ChatGPT is responding to market pressure, and they are going to do this, and it's going to be a fantastic hit, and more people will decry it than is possible given the numbers that we will see people using it.
Right, yeah. James and I are delighted to be working with CiVL. For years, we have been pushing people to think about how we can make the world a better place. CiVL's mission of upgrading society fits exactly with what James and I have been talking about for years. CiVL helps us by allowing us to do what we do best, which is researching topics that are important and communicating these to our listeners in ways that we hope that they find enjoyable. To see CiVL's extensive list of content, including our podcast, Words and Numbers, and our new lecture series, Words and Numbers Live, visit CiVL.com. That's CiVL.com.